And action. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Sunday, day either 10 or 11. I already forgot. I put day 11, I think. I put day 11, but we can always make those adjustments. Yeah, man. Got started today. Usual timing. Yeah, so let's make up. A little better, right? I guess, right? I couldn't find my earphones, and I found these, man. This is okay. So let me start out by saying they're not even plugged in. Remember, I just use them as earplugs, like, because it gets me to hear myself and think, and more in tune. I call it being in tune because it's like I'm blocking out all the exterior distractions of noise and things like that. Oh, I also shaved them. I'm not sure. I want to show off the button. The John Travolta. This is how you know you're a starseed. When you're a chosen one, you have a butt chin. These are automatically like Teal Swan has one. I think the Cheetah has one, I think. I don't even know. But yeah, man, all the greats have them, so except for him. Trip out on this. Someone told me when I was up north, was an Indian guy. He told me, you know what this means? And I go, what does that mean? He goes, that means you lived a past life. But now that I know, we all live past lives, but it's like, okay. But it might, so in other words, it might be more into, there's something more to it, in other words. Excuse me? We got a little sip of some agua de dulce. It's café de la olla. Café de la olla. It's like with cinnamon in it and stuff. And yes, we still are fasting and no fabbing. I forgot to mention that yesterday, no fabbing. I've been doing this already for maybe since last year, but let's not say when last year. It was probably about 2-3 months. I don't know, man. I'm not keeping track of that because if I do, I'll start going crazy. It's like, look at the clock, and it's, plus I hear, and from what I understand, you're more in tune with yourself. You're more aligned with yourself. There's so many benefits. Dude, this is a part, I can see the benefits of no fabbing, but before I go there, like I said, it's just weird. Like, I find these earphones. Who brought them? I don't know. I cleaned them out though. I mean, I washed things out, but and just show you, like, it's been weird. What I mean weird lately, and I don't trust it. There's something just off. There's something fishy, in the sense of yesterday, my son, they're right here playing. It's like the porch, and there's a basketball court right here, little hoop. And then him and his buddy were playing until I want to say 8:30, 8:45, almost 9. Because just to explain, let me turn this off real quick, yeah. Just so smoke. And I must say the story, and then we'll clean out order. Because it's important. Why? Because you tell me. I'm sitting here on the couch, right? And I hear like someone's voice, like an older guy's voice, like a man's voice. So I peek outside, like, who the fuck is talking to the kids, right? And it was one of the guys. Like, he was doing it on purpose, like to get my attention or whatever, or for someone to come out. So I did. I came out. It was Johnny, what's up, man? He goes, hey, man, look, hey, bro. And he told one of the kids to go, like, to leave. And I didn't understand why. I'm like, what the fuck is he telling one of the kids? Like, he told the kid to leave, like, to get away. What's up, man? He goes, hey, man, I gotta go bad, bro. But can I use the restroom? And I'm like, bro, you know what? My aunt. And he goes, I'll talk to her, bro. I go, that's fine. No, because my aunt, it's not my house, dude. First of all, it's not my fucking house. And I'm not gonna. It was my aunt's house, though. Like, that's what I said. Like, that was my answer, bro. And he goes, oh no, let me talk to her, bro. I gotta go. Okay, cool. Because my aunt got up anyway right away. She jumped up. ¿Qué pasando? I'm like, don't let he has a question for you. And I don't know. By that time, I just got my shit, and I told myself, let's go upstairs already. And yeah, this is, okay, so my question is this. Why is he, one of the children, one of the guys, one of the I call this guy an informant. And why I say he's an informant? Because in the past, meaning months ago, like 6-7 months ago, when all this bullshit was unraveling, when all this was going on more, like last year, June maybe, summerish, around that time, I don't know, maybe, I walked the dog and I was not threatened like with the gangsters, so I was on that side. I mean, this was the morning though. This was like, I'll say, it was not night, it was morning, because I remember I was walking that way and I was on that side of the projects, which I don't go over there anymore because I'm fucking scared. But anyways, so yeah, I went over there and I see this guy. I have his name, I know his name. It goes by, I think it's I don't know what. I'll keep the confidential, he didn't just say it, so for now. But triple on this. I was over there. He goes, "Hey Johnny, what's up, man? What's cracking? Whatever, blah blah blah, chopping it up." And then he goes, he asked me if I need some weed or whatever. I go, "Yeah, man, for sure. If you have any cash on me, like I was a drug dealer pretty much. That's what it was. Buying weed, and yeah, so whatever. And this is the thing, though. This is the thing. This is the shit that I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hey man, so you still having problems with that guy? I go, what guy? He goes, your baby mama's boyfriend. I go, man, fuck that fool. I go, fuck that fool. I want that, fuck that fool. He goes, hey bro, if you want, man, trip out on this. If you want, just let us know. Let us know. We'll go fucking talk shit to him. We'll tell him what's up. Tell him to get the fuck out of there. I'm like, what? I look at him, I'm like, well, first of all, bro, like, I'm broke. First of all, I'm broke. I go, second of all, nah, bro, like, I'm not, nah, like, it's cool, like, no. I came back, it was just weird, right? Weird, just weird. Like, why would he just, out of nowhere, and then he had a key maker, like, to make keys for cars and stuff, right? Yes, it was illegal shit, pretty much. Ask me about that. Ask me about a phone. I'm like, dude, like, that phone, you just showed it to me, and I gave it back, like, because he wanted me to buy a phone from him or something, and I just gave it back to him, like, no, before that. You just trip on, what I'm trying to say is just trip on the story. And, I go, so I came back over here, whatever, afterwards, I came back, I started thinking, like, what the fuck is it? I'm like, is this motherfucker trying to get me to say yes? Because if I say yes, I'm already, besides me already harassing and paying someone to go do something illegal, like, besides that, I'll be, this is, if I would have agreed, I would have been doing it to a law enforcement officer, which is like, even, I think, like tenfold against the law, right? Why would he be asking? Why would all of a sudden be concerned about my issues and, like, yeah, pay us, and, like, not me. He didn't say pay us, and we'll go and we'll talk some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't like the guy, but, like, it doesn't mean I want that fool dead. I just want him to pay his consequences for what he was doing, for what he's doing. Because when I say doing, because why was that same guy here? Same guy from back then. I seen him around a couple of days around here. You know what I mean? Like, I seen him here. Like, for example, they post up right here. Like, after night, he posts up right here by my window. Because you can see, if you go like right here next to the window, you can see that way. You can see all of in here. But he was right here. Okay, what the fuck is he there for? That was one question. Then I hear, like I'm saying, like, okay, and he's never threatened me. He's always been cool with me. He's a codependent himself, but toxic. A dark empath, you want to call it. Just lost it. Spiral. He's spiraling because you're under drugs. He's in drugs. I can tell. Right away. Anyway, so that's the guy who came yesterday to ask me about the fucking restroom. First of all, it's 9 o'clock, say, like I said yesterday. All the guys were hanging out, and I know they seen me, because when I walked the dog, the pooch, like around 8, like one last time around here, and I was standing over there, and I could see from, like, the corner, I could see over here, and there was a bunch of them, about 5, 7 of them, I don't know, they all have hoodies, I can't see faces, but I see figures, music, playing, stuff like that. So, like I said, maybe they seen me, I don't know, but I think they seen me because I was just right there, but maybe they did, or I don't know. So, my thing is, why is he coming asking me, like, and I'm not sitting out here, asking me, hey, can I use a restroom? Pretty much tell him no, and he goes, can you ask your aunt? My aunt was already coming out. She came out and goes, ¿Qué pasó? And he goes, oh, I have my restroom on my stomach, blah, 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 you gotta go. So my aunt, cleans, like, because she's paranoid like me. Meaning as I'm like, what the fuck? Because she goes, hey, it smells like caca in here. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Sniffing the toilet? It's like, no, I start cleaning because she's paranoid that they're going to leave something. I see it as, are they playing a bug? That's how fucked up they have me here, tripping in the sense of like, what's going on? I'm on edge. So, that guy. So, that's what tripped me out. Like, why was that guy here asking me to use a restroom? And that was the same guy who was telling me if they wanted to go over there and Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I'm complaining about that one guy, man. It's a guy, he had told me before in the past, like, when all this sheriff department guy was going on with the policeman, hey, do you want us to go and, pay us and we'll go and, tell that fool get the fuck out of there? I'm like, well, first of all, I don't have money. Second of all, I'm already threatening, besides me saying, yeah, if I agree, that's threatening somebody, I'm going to threaten a law enforcement officer. Well, anyways, that same guy was here yesterday, out of nowhere, out of the blue, asking me to use a restroom. I'm like, is this a test for saying no? Because I did. Yeah. His name is Adrian. I don't know his last name, but yeah, that guy. But I'm like, is this motherfucker an informant? Like, why are they still bugging me? And he hangs out, like I was saying, like, and I start tripping. Now I'm like, are they bugging the house? And I start going, I show you by the way. Hey, let's get off that subject. Like I said, I just wanted to bring that up because I'm like, why are they still here? And the only thing I could think about, I'll tell you the truth, you know what it is? Because I'm fucking shiny, man. Then they don't want me to keep on going. They're looking for anger. That's the only thing I can think about. Why, I'll tell you? Because the policeman's going to appeal it. He's going to appeal what is happening, what is going on. He's going to appeal for his job. If you ask me, how do I know this shit? I don't know. I just know this shit. So the more the more they can take my name, the more they can just, it's going to look good for them. But it's already done. That's exactly, that was happened like 7-8 months ago, or like this was in June. Yeah, that's what it was. But so why is this guy again, like asking me, came to my house, came right here, myself, we're playing outside, and they fucking knock. I'm like, why? I mean, not knock, but asking me, and like, first of all, like, what are you doing in here? Is it because you want me to interact with you? You want me to say stuff? And because these motherfuckers are all cricket, man. Organized crime. I've said it before. Organized crime. That's organized crime up there. And I can't go out there. Like in the mornings, I go out there. I can't. I just, after 2 days ago, and you see how I got, like, and I'm not blaming that, but that triggered me in the sense of like, it got me off my game. In a sense, because I'm now in, how do you put it? I'm now in survival mode. I go back into survival mode. So if you're in survival mode, your environment is not safe. It's not safe anymore. So let me segue into this better. So I'm going to segue into this, which is you have to get out of your toxic environment or your toxic relationship. I'm going to segue into that, and stuff like that. Because how can you? Well, they win one way or another, but they're gonna win in their own little hand, but they're not gonna win by taking. When I say by taking me down, by me feeding into their bullshit and saying yes and getting me into a spiral or taking me off my game. That's what it is. Because, like I told you before, and I said it, I'll say this again. They are a big it's a gang. It's just a big gang. So his superiors are watching after him. They're looking after him, because if you get caught up, we're caught up. Because what else are you not going to say about us? So we have to look after you. You're a part of the fraternity now. That's what that is. Yeah, and that's what it is. So I'm not gonna live, like I said, they might win little wars, but they're not gonna beat me overall. Because why? Because I'm legit. I'm straight. I'm 100%. I'm not a fucking. I'm not a fuck up in the sense of like, I could have talked to her twice. I kicked the other motherfucker out. I seen what's happening. I seen what's going on. It took me a minute to recognize it and like, is this really happening? And yes, it was fucking happening. And if you ask me, this is where I am blessed because I believe the chief seen this before me. He's seen this before me. And he goes, we gotta get this. I see it as in like, because I'll tell you what. They had launched an investigation because of my ex-girlfriend, because of the facility she was working for. She worked for for mental troubled youth. And me looking for her, because I was searching for her, there was people involved in the facility. Her being a covert narc, borderline-ish, whatever the fuck she was, she already seen that. So she painted me to be the bad guy. I'm the loco. I'm the one. But as that investigation there, this is where I think Chief is probably like a private investigator, for all I know. I don't know. For all I know. Yeah, they were trying to figure out who the fuck is this person trying to, because remember, I was painted out to be the bad guy. And the Chief seen this. And he goes, you know what? This guy's a real empath. Like he's going through what he's seen, a dark night of the soul. He's going through it. He's waking the fuck up. And this is where I got. No, well, it's the Chief is badass. The Chief has connections. Yes, he does. The Chief is the Chief for a reason, and I'll tell you that much. And I love the guy, and I was tested. I was tested many ways, not by him, but by other people, or by people saying no, he is a narcissist. Because I was going against the sheriff's department. I was going against the Narcotics Sheriff's Department Bureau of Investigation, and I was already being fucked. I was already being fucked pretty much. Not even knowing it, not even seeing it. Like, it was all calculated. This is malignant narcissist shit. Malignant. My story's a fucking soap opera, man. It's a soap opera, but the best thing about it, the worst is over. And what I mean by the worst is over, I mean the truth is out. The truth, I'm still going through it here, psychologically, in my head, meaning overcoming these traumas and what the fuck was going on and what's happening. Like, yes, I am. But if it wouldn't have been for the Chief, if it wouldn't have been for God putting him in my path, for him to see the truth, and that's why I love the motherfucker, man. Like, I love him because he gave me a chance. He gave me it because he could have just went with the fucking flow and just did it, boom, boom, washed his hands and get the fuck out. He could have done that. He could have fucking done that. But he didn't. He's like, you know what? The least I owe this guy is to show him his own power. The least I can do. If I think about it in that way, like in that dark empath way. Because the Chief woke up himself. Meaning, if you look at the Chief's videos from now to here, he has grown. And he's a fucking badass, powerful motherfucker. Just like I am. Meaning, I was more asleep, meaning I wasn't as badass as him, but I'm getting there because I'm getting to know myself, and I'm understanding myself. And at the end, we're all one, in the sense of like, the more knowledge, the more I heal, the more others heal around me. Yeah, it's the truth. It's because that's what I think. If you ask me, like, let me at least, like, that's what I see, because after they found out who was doing that stuff over there in the facility, he figured out, because I came out swinging. I didn't come out hiding shit. Like, I was never hiding. My job was to expose this narcissist for who the fuck she was. I went supernova. I lost my fucking mind to find my soul. And that's why I don't hate the narcissist. I still care for the narcissist. I love her. Meaning, love her in the sense of like, you awoke me, man. I love you unconditionally, because now I understand how she hurts. They're dying inside, slowly. And that's why they sleep around. That's why they jump from relationship to relationship, because they can't regulate themselves. They cannot sit by themselves. That's why they get into, if it's not drugs, it's eating. If it's not eating, it's sex. If it's not sex, it's attention whores. I was attention whore. So I know this stuff because I've been through it myself. I didn't know why. But once I woke up, meaning like, this is reality, like this, getting unplugged from the matrix, You're going to see now, the veil's it's not lifted, but it's thinned out. Meaning you can see But this is where your environment, what you're learning, what you're picking up, and what you focus on is very, very crucial. Meaning, if you're chasing the narcissist, you're chasing them, you're gonna, because there's neuroplasticity in your brain, it's firing. Trauma has been activated. Old trauma, old childhood wounds have been activated in you. Meaning, boom, it's like I call it a volcano. A volcano just erupts. All that magma, all that trauma, all that shit you had inside that you've been hiding, those shadows, those darkness, those, all that stuff, all that is hiding in there. So it just erupts, just lava. So there's magma all over you now. So, like, the energy around you, your atmosphere, your friends, everything, it settles, meaning it's settling. So whatever in the air, because there's molecules in the air, we all know this is science-based, it hardens. So as it starts to harden, meaning your core beliefs, your morals, what do you believe in? Because you're shedding your identity. Your ego just died. You had an ego death. Or if you're a narcissist, you had a narcissistic mortification. That's what that's called, right? Like when you're a narcissist, you're just naked, left with no identity, and you're vulnerable. You're finally vulnerable. You finally feel something. That's this is narcissist shit. I felt a lot. I felt too much pain. Pain in the sense of everything that I held inside as a child. My own childhood wounds. It took me a minute to understand this, by the way. It's not something that I just, oh my God, I fucking got this and just start fucking prancing around. No. It's time and development. So this is where I'm thankful, even for you, Reckless, for my fucking tribe, for the chief. I'm thankful for everybody who stepped in to try to, and this is my own little narcissist brain, meaning the world's revolving around me here. Remember that, the world's revolving around you now, Johnny. And I got messages from Spirit. This is the point where you're gonna have a clean canvas. You're gonna paint your future. It's up to you. Meaning, they're watching you. There's eyes on you. And when you place your attention, this is where focus is going to go. So watch what you focus on. And then that's when I found the perfect opportunity to say, I want to save my son. That was my thing. Fuck me. I was already, fuck me. My son. Because I couldn't do nothing anymore. That's why. So it was my son. And I said, I gotta focus on the stupid narcopath. I have to bring my attention here. And that's what I tried. I tried to bring as much as attention as I could to that motherfucker. Meaning what was happening the best, and explain the best as I could under the circumstances of what I was going through. And it just sucks because it's like, I'm still here. I'm still kind of not lost, but it's like, you know, I know what it is. It's because of me. I have to clean up my act. I had to escape my own matrix, my own illusions, and I get it and I see it. You know, but when you have somebody, and I'm sorry to knock on her again, but sobriety playbook, when you don't trust the person, when her story doesn't make sense, how can you give yourself? How can you open up to someone like that? You can't. You know, I'm already tripping. I'm already fucking paranoid. You mean I'm already coming? It was just a nightmare. It lives at the dark nights of the soul. That's what that is. Sorry to cry, man. My bad, I cried. It just, because once I started with my son, that's what it was. It's like, because of messages that I was hearing, like through my little head, which were, you have a clean canvas, paint it, whatever you focus on is going to multiply. And I didn't care about, at that time, I didn't care about me. I had to bring attention. That's, you know what I mean? I like her. I'm cool with her. I have nothing against her. I love her unconditionally. It's just I have questions. Like, my questions are like, why doesn't make sense? And then for her to tell me, oh, just trust me. Okay. I was like, time out. When someone tells you, trust me, and you just met them, red flags. Those are red flags. Those are red flags. When it was just a lot of things, man. I have a whole list. I have a whole list practically of like the shit that just didn't make sense. And when I would bring it up to her, they were just beating on the bush. And then I'm like, no, dude. So I can see it like this. Like, if I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, they hired her. They hired her to help me, and she couldn't. So she's saying, fuck you. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah, man. So, like, that's what my thing is. Like, that's what you asked me. And, like, she couldn't help me. So, like, she's saying, fuck you, she bounced. Like, her genuinely help just showed at the end. Like, dude, if you're genuine, like you said, like, and I talked about this yesterday, man. I'm not going to go back there again. But anyways, I'm already 25 minutes on of just rambling of what happened and what's going on with the shit here, you know, because I reported this shit to the DA. I did report this to the DA. I made a report on it. The day that I got socked, that I got fucking violated outside, because I got jumped, by the way. I got jumped outside. I'm not sure if you knew that. But I got jumped outside, man, and they fucked me up. My leg, like, fucked me up in the sense of, like, because I was getting, because, dude, I was, like, fucking, like, I thought I was going to get stabbed or something. I was like, I'm going to get stabbed, or I'm going to get kicked in the face. So, I was trying to get up. Every time I was trying to get up, they were tripping me. Like, you know, when you're trying to run, you know, they kick you in the back of the legs, like that. And I just kept on falling and falling and falling. And I landed on my arm and got all swollen and stuff. But my leg got all scratched up. I had a big old bumper in the back of my head. And I called the cops. I made a report. But trip out on this. Yeah, man, that's what happened. Yeah, that happened. That happened. And trip out on this. When the cops came, the LAPD, you know what he told me? They sort of tripped me the fuck out. He goes, well, why would they do that to you? I'm like, well, because I was over here talking shit. He's like, well, you shouldn't be talking shit. So I go, I deserve it then? Well, you shouldn't be doing that. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like he socked me. And I was pointing at the guy, the guy who was here. I go, him. I'm like, well, he don't even live here. He don't even live. What the fuck's he doing here? Oh, well, we're telling him something. They didn't do shit. I haven't heard back from it. I told him with the guy who hit me, because the guy who hit me, I told him where he lives at. They knocked on his house. They called me on a press charge. I said, yes. I haven't heard nothing about it. You mean? So this is where I see organized crime. They have connections. They have ties everywhere. And they're trying to get out of it. And not to mention one of the informants, because goes, you think you're the first one to go against the sheriff's department? And that was, his name is, they call him, Coach Michaels, which is a black guy. He goes by Dabu. He told me that. You know, like, those are, yes, they're gang, yes. So I'm sorry to focus on this morning, but I had to bring this up for my records, for my explanation of what the fuck is going on. It's a novella. What's a novella? It's a soap opera. Because it's a trip. Because if I tell you that, but if you didn't know, if I were to tell you my baby mama, my son's mother is with a Los Angeles Sheriff's Department narcopath detective, narcotic bureau, you would trip out. They're like, what the fuck? What are the odds? Well, the odds are there. It's no coincidence. I made a report on him for harassment. He harassed me at the park, chased me around. Words were exchanged. I was no victim. I mean, I'm not being the victim here. Just words were exchanged, but he kept on harassing me, like chasing me around the park. You know what I mean? Because I disrespected him. And not to mention, in his eyes, I'm a project, low-life kid, and people like me don't talk to him like that. So I offended him. So he was trying to scare me. Like that's the thing. That's what happened then. I made a police report to the Montebello Police Department. Okay? When that happened, he launched a fake investigation. What I mean by a fake investigation, because I was calling his superiors. And all I was doing was getting transferred to his friends. My call was being transferred to his friends. Okay? So I'm over here being dumb, like, okay, trying to figure it out. Months passed by. I got discarded by my narcissist, my grandma passed. All that shit happened. I ended up here. And what a coincidence. The guy who was here, the Cholo, gets caught up. He, on his own out here, his girlfriend, by the way, and trip out on this part. His girlfriend that he met her out of nowhere. And she turned him in. It is here in the street, word of the street, the sheriffs are notorious for paying females. They pay females to hook up with you, like to sleep with you and get you, hook you. They hook you. Trip out. She met the guy here out of nowhere. He met her. What do they call it? Love bombed the fuck out of him. And then months after, like 6-7 months into the relationship, she turns him in, meaning turns him into the narcotic bureau's office for drugs, because she was holding drugs for him and something happened. And, he gets turned in. Yeah, he gets turned in, and the next thing you know, anyway, I don't want to go with the story. Thank you for reminding me. You already heard this, yes. So all that happened, dude. All that fucking happened, and it's like, And the guy, one of the guys is right here again. I'm like, why am I in this circle again? Did I not learn something? Okay, I already told him no, but now he's over here telling my aunt. Sorry. You're right. They're winning by me wasting 30 minutes of my time explaining this shit again. That's what. Anyways, so my sure if you're to tear it, and thank you, Siski. Thank you for being on here, man. I appreciate it. But we're just gonna pull a card, okay? We already knocked on you, and we'll just pull one. And I'm gonna ask, what's our current energy? What is it I have to know? Please tell me, Spirit. Please help me out here. Give me guidance, and let me know what the next today lays and what tomorrow. Like just the current energy. Okay, current energy. Okay, I'm gonna pull this card right here. Right here. Well, you know what? This one fell. No bullshit. No bullshit. See? The Wheel of Fortune. Thank you, Spirit. I don't need to pull it up, but I don't know what it means. Well, let's pull it up. Can we pull it up? Let's pull it up. Maybe you know what it means, but we sure do. The Wheel of Fortune. What does that mean? And this is how I do it, because I'm learning. I'm learning tarot, man. Because it helps guide you. It helps tell you your current energies. You mean, and with your intuition, this is when you're the more aligned, the better you're able to see through the elevated perspective. You know, the better it tells a story. That's when you pull more cards out, which I'm learning. You mean, but I heard first read intuitively. Yeah, it's. Let me see. The Wheel of Fortune. Fortune. Tarot card meaning, okay? And then we'll see. A common aspect to most interpretations to this card within reading is to introduce the element of change in a current life, such as change being in a station, bush. Okay, good. I like going to this lady right here. This lady is called Biddy, I think. I'll tell you right now. BIDDY tarot.com. And it gives you the meaning of the cards. And I like it so far because it's pretty useful. Because it gives you the description right there. No, I do not want to take the quiz. Fuck the quiz. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune card shows, okay, a giant wheel. I know that part. I'm trying to get to it. Upright, okay. Reminds that the wheel is always turning, and the life is in state of consistent change. If you're going through a difficult time, reset assure that it will get better from here. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Good luck and good fortune will make their return in time. Thank you. Similarly, if things are going well, know this why it's important to cherish and blissful moments in your life and make the most of them while they are within reach. Because in a flash, they could be gone. So appreciate your shit. Appreciate what you already have. So if you're already in good fortune, you have, it's like you, Siski. Or Kaylin. I think you share custody to me, right? And you have your son there with you. So appreciate those moments. And I know how difficult, because right now I'm here doing work, because this is work. My son's upstairs. You know what I mean? But he's upstairs, he's playing with his friends online and stuff, so I feel comfortable go down here. But what happens when they're gone? We missed it. We're like, dude. Yeah, we all do, man. We all do. We all have our crap. You mean, and understand that you're never alone. Understand that everyone goes through shit. This is the key. Though. Is how you respond to it, how you react to it, what do you do? Because we make life, and it's easier said than done, believe me. When you're in the fucking box, when the shit, the chaos and things, it's hard to see this. But what I tell myself when shit is going on like that, or when it used to go on like that, you know what I mean? It's this too shall pass. Sad, man. Yes. But when they are around, what do they say? Damn, Mom, leave me alone. Damn, Dad, let me play with my friends. And we get butthurt about it because, like, dude, fuck, dude, I just want to just chill with you. But, or sometimes, especially me in the past, what used to happen to me is like, when my son would leave, I would cry. Like, I would cry, I'll get out, because it's like my world was based around him. And I didn't have defiant self-love. So like, that's, but now it's cool. Like, now it's okay because I know my son loves me unconditionally. As a matter of fact, he's always asking me, and because I'll tell you something real quick. Meaning, as in, like, the dick in me. This is the dick in me. The dick in me. Like, meaning, because I have a hard time. My son doesn't really say, I love you. He does. Like, and the way he does is by asking me, Dad, do you love me? Said, yeah, why? You don't love me? And so when he's asking me, that's his way of saying it. So me being a dick, when I was going at it with baby mama, I would tell her, I would say to her, and he would always say to me, I would tell her, I would say to her, dude, when was the last time your son told you he loves you? Because I know he does it. I know he does it. So yeah, I used to go low. Here's a mirror image back, as I used to do. But Sam, man, he's a good kid. He looks like a good kid. You spoil the fuck out of him, though, man. How do I know you spoil the fuck out of him? That motherfucker has a treasure chest full of goodies. Think about it. Look, a treasure chest full of goodies. That's bad, man. But you know what? That what makes you a badass mom. But don't overdo it either, man. Remember, we can't make him into a golden child and fuck him up. Because they have to live up to things. Like, it's just what I'm understanding. Because parenting's hard. It's not easy, but they're life lessons, or from what I've heard, it's just what I heard through Dolores Cannon. They're karmic. The more when you have offspring, you're creating karma. Like, that's karma for you, because your kids are gonna show you. Because why? Because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It really doesn't. The apple does not fall from the tree. Not intentionally, but they pick it up super consciously. They're picking up shit as they're small. It's like when you wake up from a narcissist discard, you're the same way. You're super conscious. That part, don't not to parent or guilt. That part is huge, because what you're doing is suppressing their feelings. Something that I had to learn, And I remember once, this is when I want to say, like, last year, beginning of last year, I had got mad at my son, and I got mad. I started yelling at him. Ever since then, I never did it again. Meaning, he was crying. He was like scared, and it made me mad to see him scared. I'm like, why are you scared? So the first thing that triggered my mind was baby mama. I go, what's wrong, Johnny? Talk to me. What is wrong? What's happening? And this is what he told me. I don't know, Dad. There's so many things going in my head. Like, dude, he doesn't even know how to fucking regulate his emotions. But my son, those are your thoughts. It's okay. Let him go. Give me a hug. I give him a hug and I scream him and he started crying. I go, it's okay to cry. It's because he's not allowed to cry over there. Meaning, stop. Or don't act like this. Stop that. You're building negative beliefs in their head. That's when you start to limit your kid, because you're already implementing your shit onto them, as I'm learning. So I give him, and thank God I caught it. I seen it, and I asked him, "Tell me what is." He said, "I don't know. There's so much going on." So just imagine if I don't do that, and I keep on being like that. Dude, you're building a fucking little narcissist from the beginning, or a codependent. And that's what I told my baby mama. That's exactly what I told my baby mama. Is you what you're raising, right? You're raising a codependent. Because that's yeah, I know, I got it. Oh yeah, man, your daughter. Woo! Yeah. Oh fuck, it shit the light. I lost the light, dude. Because the kids broke this shit yesterday, man. Fuck, I lost the light. Fuck it. Because it broke it, man. I had a Mickey Mouse and shit. Oh, your daughter, yeah, man. She's gonna fucking, yeah, dude. The daughter, meaning. In Spanish, there's a saying in Spanish that says, the way you treat your mom, the way you were with your mom, you're gonna get that shit tenfold with your kid, with your daughter, because your daughter is your car. Oh yeah, dude. If I have a daughter, oh my god, man, she's gonna be the death of me. Meaning because daddy's girl, right? Your little daddy's girl. It's trippy. Anyways, but yeah, man. So I just wanted to do that part real quick, and yeah. But let's pull something from here. And this is my mantra, man. I was not gonna share it, but you know, I'm like, fuck you, why am I gonna share it? Because I said not to share it, but like, it's okay. It's because it's really come up with your own mantra, and it says, and I go, if you can visualize it, you can achieve it. If you can visualize it, you can achieve it. If you can visualize it, you can achieve it. If you can visualize it, you can achieve it. If you can visualize it, you can achieve it. Just like that, in the sense of when you're meditating. Catch your own mantra, get your own one that works for you. I am this, I am creator, I am a badass, you know, whatever. Because life is an echo. You already know that. And what do they say? You are what you think of all day. You are what you think of all day. And this is, we already know, and I sound like a broken record because when I first found this out, I was very excited and I'll talk about it, which is thoughts create a reality. You know, feel with it, feel your when you feel your thoughts, when keep moving forward this way. Yeah, man, but I'm good. Okay, the echo. Life is an echo, meaning like karmic. Whatever you speak into the universe, it returns back as an echo. Like, so if you're talking bad about yourself, I'm stupid. If the inner critic gets into you, you're creating an echo. The universe is hearing. Your higher self is always listening. You know, because your higher self, it's there with you since day one to hear. And we're born pure. Like, not pure, but like we're born innocence. You have innocence. And you lose that innocence as you get older. Meaning negative beliefs, you know, you start losing you lose in touch who you really are. And our job is to figure that out, meaning write our own script. Yes. So, but you don't have to speak it with, well, when you put effort and meaning into it, yes, it's big, but if you're speaking into existence, like saying, they just say, you're calling yourself dumb stuff or just dumb names. You're feeling something, right? You're feeling. That's emotion. So now you're feeding that thought with emotion. And what is it? Mind and heart coherence, meaning that 1.1% hurt, is you start to create it, so you start to manifest it. Unconsciously, superconscious pilot. But so that's why it's you're just speaking to existence. Fuel with emotion. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. You know, your thought filled with emotion, you can move mountains, right? That 0.1% hurt. But yeah, man. So that's what I mean by be careful how you speak to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Have patience with yourself. You know what I mean? And if you are going to ask yourself questions, ask yourself the right questions. You know, in regards to, it's how you're feeling. It all depends on how you're feeling. Because we all go through our own battles. But once the chief says it all the time, turn that inner critic turn the inner critic into a cheerleader. That's what it is. So, just wanted to mention that part, okay? And I appreciate you coming on here. Thank you. So we're gonna go with the deep breath, okay? We're gonna go with 11 minutes deep breath. Now that Keaton got off of here, but it was not a really good episode because I was bitching. And I ain't bitching, but I was just reminiscing, and I just understand why this guy was still here, man. That's the thing. It's a trippy story, man. If I told you my story, you'll just trip the fuck out. You would trip out. You would be like, oh my god, dude, this fucking guy's living this so proper. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Because like, really? Yeah, man, really. Yeah, really. And that's why I say, man, I'm just so thankful. So thankful. No, it's cool. No, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Cool. Don't worry about it. So I have a lot of stuff in here, man. Because I think she left already. It says 0 on there. So, hey, don't forget to hit like, man. Hit like, fuck. You know how insensitive we get, man. You're crazy, Caitlin, man. You're fucking crazy, man. So that's why, man. That's why us men like this love it, because we're used to drama. So that's what we're seeking, right? Oh, you still? Yeah, see, it says 0. It says 0. My bad. I didn't even know you were still here. That's right. I took off already, man. But yeah, Caitlin, I love you, man. You're cool. Like, I love you because you never done anything wrong to me. But why what? Why we love women like that? Because, man, we're fucking. We have. It's like women have daddy issues. Because, man, what'd you say? I'm saying myself for the chief. It's like, dude, that's crazy. It's like, the chief is doing his thing. Like, he's doing his own thing. You know, he's doing his own thing. I get it. You'll learn, man. You'll learn. You mean we're all on our own journey, and we all learn. It's limerence, right? It's called limerence. You mean we want what we can't have. We want what we can't have. You know what I mean? And but I get it. I get it. Meaning, you see something I don't, and I get it. You mean that's what, because you asked me. Because, man, it's like it's a, what do they call that? A grandiose fantasy, right? It's a grandiose fantasy. It's you're living a fantasy that's never gonna happen. It's like, well, maybe you never. I'm not gonna say nothing, because it's like we all, anything's possible. That's right, anything possible. So I'm not trying to add fuel to you and say keep on going. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to encourage you, but you mean yeah. So it's just funny because like I haven't had a crush like that in a while. Like I used to have girls like that who would chase me around like that. When I was all ego, when I was all narcissist, when I was like that, I used to have so many women chasing me, and I understand why. And it fed my fucking ego. It fed my ego so much. Like, dude, fuck, am I this damn? You know what I tell my grandma? I used to tell my grandma back in the days, when I said my motorcycle, and when I was in the Matrix, right? Like, Mom, I look at myself in the mirror. Mom, just give me what's going on. Why am I so fucking handsome? Or I'll say, why am I God's gift to women, Mom? You know, like to my grandma. And my grandma's like, Nico, because you're just so fucking, and she'll feed me more of it. Like, because you're just so handsome, Nico. Just you're irresistible to women. Or I'll tell my aunts, Aunt, Tia. Well, it is funny. It is funny. Okay. Well, you should say that. You should say that part, because I take it serious. Like, I take it serious, man. I take it serious in the sense of it's funny. It's hilarious. It's comedy. To me, it's comedy. Pete, I'm saving myself for you. That's why I find it funny, man. That's why I find it hilarious. Anyways, man, let's stay focused here. So yeah, Caitlin, I appreciate you coming on, man. We're 48 minutes in, so it's cool if you're more than welcome to join me. I'm gonna do 11 minutes of Wim Hof. Unless if there's any questions, if you have a question, man. I thought it was obvious. To people who don't know you, that's your normal. That's the thing. Remember that. It's like when I went up north. I went up to Chico. I went up north when I went to college, right? Oh, yeah, dude, because especially if he's an unsecured motherfucker, fuck yeah, he's gonna break up with you. Because it's like, oh my God. Remember, man, you're attracting damaged men. Understand that part. I want you to understand that part. If you haven't fixed everything, like not here, I'm pointing here because like you don't understand your own wounds, you're gonna attract that same person who's gonna bring that up again. I learned this the hard way. Why do you think I was with so many girls, so many females? Not understanding why. Besides fear of abandonment, because I was fear of abandonment. So what I would do, as soon as I would sense them, I would jump to another relationship, and because that's how I regulated my emotions. That's what I used to do. You mean not knowing why? Because you have no sense of self. Meaning Johnny, in the sense of like, that's why that's because you are a reflection of other people. You are codependent. You need outside exterior validation. As I learned about myself, but ever since I'm by myself, I love it. I don't see it no other way of and if there is someone out there, then fuck it. Let's grow together. Because that's what it's about. If you ask me, it's about finding someone who you can grow with. Why? Because if you're just with them, and then I know this for a fact, even before I woke up, if you are in a relationship with somebody, and I call women, well, like a flower. Women are flowers. They're the roses. If you don't water that rose, you don't water that relationship, if you don't give it the same effort that when you first came into it, women get bored too. Women get tired too. Women also have feelings. So if you're not giving it to her and somebody else is filling that void, guess what? They're gonna leave. Especially if they're in the same mindset as you, they're gonna bounce. What did you, well, meaning in it being asleep. This is what we have to be careful for. So I learned that since day one, a long time ago, like even before I woke up. Like if you're in a relationship, you have to water it. You have to keep it going. It's just not, okay, I fucked you, we're fucking, and that's it, we're done. No, it's a relationship. It's love. And this is now I know, is you grow together. Steel sharpens steel. I learn from you, you learn from me. You know, we grow together. As I grow, I'm gonna flow into your cup, and you're gonna flow into my cup. And is there someone out there? Probably. But I'm not looking for it. It's okay. No big deal. And if it comes, it comes. You know, but first, I'm focused on me. And what I really, really want, I need to get my money straight. I need to get my career going. And I tell myself, like, how do I do that? Well, follow your passion. When you follow your passion, abundance. I told you this before. I know it has to be a universal law. You follow your passion, abundance follows. And abundance just doesn't mean money. It means happiness. It means being full, having it already. You know, that's what, if you ask me, because abundance before it used to mean money and riches and stuff, but it still does, but that only adds to your plate. Yeah, and you're not crazy, man. What I mean by you're not, if somebody says you're too much, no, you just have very low standards. Meaning, if I'm too much for you, it's because no, it's never about them being like, no, it's not. It's you are never too much for nobody. They just don't know how to handle you. That's not your fault. So don't change yourself from it. Stuff that I've learned, man. That's why I'm ready. I think I'm ready. But my thing is first get a job, Johnny, because you gotta take it on a date, right? You need money for that. You don't want to be bringing to the project, right? Anyways, man. So let's get going, guys. Let's get this going. So we'll go 10 minutes. Wim Hof breathing. Just prepare my lungs. I haven't smoked either, man. I smoked like a bowl, like I scraped the bowl. I am, man. It's a good time like that. Helps me relax. Keep me true. So yeah, man. That is my hypothesis about what's happening.
94% of people believe company culture is important to an organization's success.
I knew there was more to it, and I got off guard. I might jump on later on today, probably on Instagram, and talk about what I missed today, because I was distracted with my conversation about my past. But it's stuff that I have to release, and I understand that, but how can I when it's still coming to my fucking doorstep? And that's why, and it makes me question, and it's where it makes me question, like, is there something I need to take care of? Meaning, do I have to follow up the DA? Like, do I have to follow up the DA? You mean, do I have to make a report? Or is that already taken care of? Like, meaning, it's already ongoing. But I don't know. That's what I don't know. I really don't know. But I'll meditate on it. I'll meditate on it, and I'll see what's up. I'm trying to fix a light, but I can't. Okay, let's do for crying earlier, actually. Ready? So I'm gonna start off 369 real quick. Just one breath. In through nose for 3. Hold for 6. Out for 9. Okay. So I think we got this. Just push the buttons on.
Relax to the deepest. Lie down, sit down, whatever it is, relax. Are you ready? Here we go. Round number 1. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Go with the flow of the breath. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, into the belly, into the chest, and let go, like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in, letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. Ten more. Fully in, let it go. Five more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. Fully in and let go. All right. 1 minute breath hold from now on. Be in this moment. Let the body do what the body is capable of doing. Be aware of your heartbeat. Slow it down. Just be in this moment. Let that relaxation spread down to your toes, into your fingertips, to the base of your neck and head. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. Okay, recovery breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Round number 2. Back into that rhythm. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. In, out, in, out, in, out, into the belly, into the chest, and let go, like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in, letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. In with peace, out with stress. 10 more. Fully in, let it go. Nice, deep, circular breath. 5 more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. In. And on the exhale, stop. 1.5 minutes breath hold from now on. Feel, become aware of your body. If your hands and feet are tingling, or you feel your body temperature is changing, that's okay. You're doing fantastic. If you need to breathe before I give the cue, that's okay. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. When you're ready, fully in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Round number 3. Back into that rhythm. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. In with the relaxation, out with distress. In, out. In, out, in, out, into the belly, into the chest, and let go, like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in, and letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. In with peace, out with stress. Then more. Fully in, let it go. Nice, deep, circular breath. 5 more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. Fully in. And on the exhale, stop. 1.5 minutes breath hold from now on. Become aware of the blood running through your veins, your heart beating. Feel. 30 seconds left. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. All right. Breathe in, hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let your breathing return to normal as you finish up the round. Move your body bit by bit, starting with your fingers and your toes. Let your breathing normalize.
Thank you, Im. You're a badass motherfucker, man. A little bit of water research. I got my eye. I got it in my eye. Sorry, ladies. I know how you guys feel. Oh, man. That felt really good. Really good. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm fucking doing, dude. So I talked about fasting already. Talking about no fabbing, guys. Ladies, I don't know about you guys, but it says meditation, at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes if possible. Check in with yourself, most definitely. Be aware of your thoughts. Be conscious of your thoughts, and that's what I was trying to reckless earlier, which is watch how you speak to yourself. Be kind to yourself. You know, the earth, the universe is an echo, so whatever you put out will return back. I mean, it's gonna come back. And then breathe. I put because become the observer. Take a step back. Relax, chill the fuck out. You don't need to be a part of everything. It's actually really good to sit back and relax, observe. You become the observer, you'll learn a lot more. That's how wisdom comes into play, by the way. Sorry, I'm stretching my legs out. So, yeah, man, sorry for today, meaning as in like, because I don't like doing that, which is, I call it bitching, complaining, because it's stuff that I'm trying to put behind me, but when things, it's not an excuse, but I have to say this to my own protection. My own protection in the sense of, I don't know what's really happening. I know through my elevated perspective that I am, protected. I am fine, everything, but it's hard to convince the ego. Because the ego is stubborn. And I'm going to push that one on you guys a lot more too, is understand what the ego is. Understand it's just an illusion. The ego is just oh my God. Chief's guest speaker, Dave, man, that motherfucker was badass, dude. Like, no offense to none of the other speakers has been on, but I liked them. Like I like the UFC guy, you mean, and the other guy of, I think 2 or 3 guys already, but the other bald guy, the guy like MMA, he's badass too. But Dave, he just like everything he said was to the point of what a fucking dark night of the soul is. He knew exactly. He's an enlightened motherfucker for sure. A badass enlightened motherfucker, because it looked like he'll fuck some fools up. He looks like a man to be a force to be reckoned with, in other words. So yeah, man, he was badass. I would love to see more of him on here, Chief. If we can get him on there, dude. He's badass. I really did. Not that I like you guest speakers. It's just it's male role model, right? So another real male role model, someone to inspire, someone you would love to hang out with. But I couldn't find him. I think it was Dave and trend surfing or Dave, but I couldn't find. I believe a surfer coming up. I put Dave surfing, but I couldn't. I think there's a link. I'll look if there's a link on his channel, but I couldn't find his channel. But yeah, man. So we're day 11, I think. Oh, we're gonna stop this at 1:11 with 1 like. So I hope I answered most of the questions. If not, we are gonna go on live today. If I missed anything, you mean? And I was listening to that guy Feel Good. There's a lot of stuff I don't agree with them. Like a lot of stuff. I'm not saying he's not enlightened. He doesn't know. You know, I give him his prop because he's out there putting the word out and he's doing his thing. But there's a lot of things that like I just found. I have questions. I have questions and stuff he says. You know, because he makes up. I make up words too, but I just explain them, and he wasn't explaining them. Like he said, attachment is going without feeling or something, and I'm like, what the fuck? Attachment is root to all suffering, yeah, but I never heard that. But everyone has their own perspective, right? Anyway, we're already going there. So much love and light. Namaste, motherfuckers, and we'll catch you guys later.